Hey everyone. Weren't expecting this, were you now? Let me get some Heroes 3 banger tunes in the background. Actually, let me do an audio check before I do that, just to make sure that everything is a-okay. Today we're gonna have a little bit of a different stream, so I do want to check the audio quality just to make sure that everything is okay. Alright, Twitch is looking fine, and YouTube is, I hope, looking fine as well. Alright, Twitch is yep, that is fine indeed. So, let's get some Heroes 3 banger tunes in the background, just to not have a complete silence. And other than that, I guess I need to do some explaining what is happening here. So, a few days ago, well 10 days ago, I guess somebody posted an impossible Heroes 3 quiz on Reddit, and it caught my eye, and I was like, you know, it would be good to do this. Heya. So, Mr. Deradine posts, Heya. So, I was bored, usually leads to disasters, and made a Heroes 3 quiz. Feel free to give it a shot. Be warned though, it's quite hard and long. So don't be hard on yourself over the result. My hope is everyone learns a new thing or two from this. I had shown it to a few friends, and the top score so far is 47 out of 100. There is also like a newer post about the results. Here is a link. And yeah, he promises to update with the results if you know, enough people do the quiz. I will very quickly add the link to the quiz in the video description, so the people who watch this. Do I really need to? Damn it, YouTube, what have you done? Why do I need to verify it's me? Oh no. Well, rip to the people who wanted to do the quiz. Wow, it's the first time I see you playing live. Well, actually no, you will not be seeing me playing live. You will be seeing me doing a quiz. There is another small map on my like the playlist that is also quite recent, so maybe there will be another stream after this one. I want to see how I do in the quiz first. But wait, really, do I really need to? YouTube has been really aggressive with having users verify themselves. Damn it, yeah, I guess I can't confirm that without verifying that it's me first. Anyway, I'll just post the thing in the comments, and we'll hope that it's okay. So yeah, it opens the link to the quiz, and this is the Heroes 3 Impossible quiz. I scrolled down just a little bit, but I didn't like check anything. Oh boy, it's super white. Is there like a dark mode I could enable for the Google spreadsheet? Otherwise you guys are just gonna be flashbanged. I am sorry for that. Hold it. Well, too late now. Should have tested this before. Oh, hold up, actually, wait. I can't have this low quality. My streams, per usual, I know they're not the highest quality, but they're not this low quality, so Firefox dark mode, Google Docs. Is that possible? Enable dark mode for Google Docs and Firefox. Dark Docs extension, browser extension, built-in dark mode. Okay, that sounds like my cup of tea. Too bad I very quickly need to add-ons page. Wait. Right. It should be updated now. So the fine people would not be getting flashbanged. Oh no, it's not. That's too bad. Well, I'm going to slightly improve the audio of the tunes, but fine, let's just get into it. You can, you know, not watch the stream and just listen to the audio afterwards while following along the quiz. Actually, that's the way I encourage people to do this. as well. So, Heroes 3 Impossible Quiz. Questions from all around Heroes 3 except lore. So sadly not gonna be getting any points for knowing the lore. There are 1, 2, 3 point questions, 100 points in total, so might take a while to complete. As we can see, the scroll bar is quite long. A hot edition assumed, and all written answers with small letters only, no capital letters. My super secret email, which is of course I made specifically to avoid any scammers messaging me. Fortunately, my channel is not that big yet that's an issue. So hold up 1 second. Am I really gonna have to DJ this because the music quality, like the audio quality for the music, is jumping up and down in all respects? Anyway, this artifact provides immunity to which spell? This one is easy. You can roll it as a starting artifact. It is curse. We're gonna have to submit later, like on the bottom, I assume. How much movement does a lighthouse provide? A lighthouse... That's a great question. It's usually worth getting it. For some reason my mind tells me it's like 600 points, but it provides it for all heroes. Is it 400? Is it 600? I think the stable nerf from 400 to 300 is messing with my mind. I think the lighthouse is as powerful as it is ever, with the a lot of movement points. At least in my mind it's ingrained that it's always a great thing to have, so I'm gonna mark it as 600. I think that's correct. The movement on the water is much faster than on the land. A creature can have negative defense. I think this is false, because the disruption ray spell only reduces it to 0. I think frenzy also reduces it to 0. If you could have negative defense, it would be, why would you ever not do it? What exactly does expert disguise do? Army appears as X stacks of your strongest creature numbers are shown, or as the creature numbers are masked. Strong creature of your town numbers are shown, and I think it's the X stacks of the strongest creature of your town. So yeah, you usually see just archdevils for inferno guys, you see archangels for castle heroes, and I think the numbers are also masked, because otherwise it wouldn't. I mean, this guy's such a bad spell. I think it masks the numbers as well. I could be wrong on this one, it could be showing the real numbers, but I think it also masks the numbers. If a Magog... What's happening here? What creature? What is this creature? I already know the answer to this one. Just by looking at those feet. Okay, we missed a few questions. If a Magog kills itself and an enemy creature ending the combat in the process, what will be the result of such combat? If a Magog kills itself and an enemy creature ending the combat in the process, I know that the fireball doesn't do the damage in the same order. I think that, the Magogs ending the... oh well. You can target the fireball, so if you know the order in which it will hit, I think you can actually get both creatures to die, and in that case it's a tie. If you manually target it, I think your Magog will die before the enemy creature, because the middle tile is not the first one to take the damage. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a tie, because it says based on Hota. I would assume we're manually aiming to achieve a result, and the tie seems the most likely. Which monolith type has more possible options colors? One-way monoliths, two-way monoliths, or both are the same amount? I think in Hota they added way more two-way monoliths, although both of them, what's the... No, they definitely had it way more two-way monoliths, so all the zones could connect, because in the base game there were 8. I think in Armageddon's Blade or in Shadow of Death, the base game developers added 4 or 8 more. I think two-way monoliths should be... I mean, yeah, There's not that many maps that use a bunch of monoliths. I'll say two-way monoliths. I think that is the case. Yeah, then we answered the thing about what creature can we see in the picture. If I get this wrong though, which creature has the biggest height if you put them next to each other in combat? Biggest height if you put them... I would say Giant or Titan, but maybe it's the Kuotl now. I mean, I think the Giant is bigger than the dragons, and I think the Giant is bigger than the Archangels, and I think the Giant is bigger than the Archdevil, but I think the Kuotl is bigger than the Giant, so that's gonna be my answer. My answer is gonna be a Kuotl. I think they are the tallest creature. Maybe one of the dragons, like a Zord Rat. No. Because of their fur, it's pretty... Wait. The Phoenix is usually the one who's blocking the most area, so... That's gonna be... I'm gonna be changing my answer to the Phoenix. I know that the Phoenix, because of the fire, it looks huge. I think if you count in the fire, you can actually mask like a creature behind him. The Phoenix has to be the, like, creature that blocks the most of the screen. What does Cursed Ground not do? Blocks all spells apart from tier 1, blocks all bonuses for native terrain, blocks positive and negative morale, and blocks positive and negative luck. I think you can still luck. You can't morale, well... Yeah, I think you should be able to luck. Actually, wait, native terrain bonuses. I don't know the map making tricks. Maybe you can put 2 terrains on top of each other, but I think the Cursed Ground just sucks for everyone. So I think the luck is still allowed, but not the morale. Can the spell remove all quicksand? I think yes. I think Expert the spell can do this. Up to how much of a mana can a vial of mana give you? I think it's unlimited. I mean, you can probably set it to the editor to give you like 999 mana. It would be weird if the limit would be based on hero's knowledge. So then we have a sharpshooter. Sharpshooters have a unique border compared to the rest of the neutral creatures. How many creatures share the same border? Well, you just said they have a unique border. You mean like the background of the archers? I actually think the enchanters also have the same background. But no, I think it's just the sharpshooters. Wait, or am I crazy? For some reason I'm thinking the enchanters, but then the enchanters... Their background is that, like, I don't know, what is it, the trash yard for the neutral creatures? I think it's just the sharpshooters because the text here implies this unique border. How many creatures share? I mean, yeah. Otherwise the entirety of Rampart... Wait, no, Rampart should have a different background. I'm just gonna say just the sharpshooters. This is a good question, actually. What creature is produced by the cheapest creature dwelling, gold-wise, you can build in a town? Okay. Oh, which creature has the cheapest dwelling, gold-wise? I think it's the Imp Cache, or the Imp Pond, because it's like 300 gold. I think the Goblin Dwelling costs like 400 gold. My answer is gonna be the Imp, but maybe actually the Fixies, the Fairies. Nah, it has to be the Imp Dwelling. It's super cheap always, it's like 300 gold. It's like if you ever build the Inferno Town for nothing, the Imp Dwelling is like super duper cheap. But the cheapest creature unit-wise would probably be the Pixie. What does not influence the damage of the factory's Grail building? A number of buildings in the town does influence its spell power. Orb of Firmament, I think the Orb of Firmament does not affect it. Sorcery and a hit up spell power. Why would an artifact affect it? I think it's the Orb of Firmament, but then again, why would sorcery affect it? I think it's the spell power of a hero, actually. I don't think a greater spell power of a hero actually changes the Grail. The Chain Lightning from the Grail. Which of these spells does not belong? Mirth, Slayer, Hypnotize, and Sorrow. Well, I think it's Slayer. Mirth is a mind spell, Hypnotize is a mind spell, Sorrow is a mind spell, Slayer I don't think it's a mind spell. I think you can cast it on like giants and stuff. The Fairy's Dwelling? Yeah, I was thinking about the Fairy's Dwelling as well, but I think it costs like 1,000 gold, no? The Magic Lantern. But yeah, this one I think it's Slayer. Also because the fire magic has a different spell background, which is discriminate against fire magic at this point. So, how many taverns are required for you to see who has the better income? Like 5? It's like a lot. You don't see it for a long time. But no, I think it's 5 for the creatures. I think it's actually 4. I know 2 taverns are needed to see how many creatures the enemy has in a town. 3 doesn't actually do much, and I think 4 also doesn't do much. I think it's actually 5. I think 5 is the one that unlocks the... Like, 4 should be for the best creature, and 5 should be for the better income and the Kingdom Army strength. With the victory condition Flag All Mines, one object is considered a mine despite not providing any resources. Which one is it? This one is the Lighthouse. I think there was a bug with the lighthouse also counting as a mine, so yeah. Which dragon is displayed when you win a map? This is easy, this is a red dragon. Getting breath attacked every single time. What creature symbolizes the lowest score you can get for finishing a map? A peasant, I guess? I mean, the peasant is the weakest creature. Maybe it's like a gremlin. I don't know, I haven't actually gotten such a bad score. It could be a gremlin though, because I think gremlins are pretty bad, but maybe it's a peasant. I think it should be a peasant for sure. Maybe an imp actually, because it's in the base game, why would they change? But then again, the HOT does add the Horn of the Abyss creatures into the scoreboard, so I think it's actually a peasant. Poison and Hero Camp work exactly the same. Oh, Prison and Hero Camp, yeah, true. Well, they have a different text, but yeah, they just join you. And if you have 8 slots full, that they don't join you. Because you don't have any, you know, open spaces for the hero. Up to how many whites can there be in a sunken ship? So they have 5 stacks, and what is the maximum for like a stack? I think it's 12 times 5 is 60. While fighting, like, actually sunken ship. These are usually super easy, I think 6, 8, 10 and 12. Or am I wrong? There's 4 like the smallest quantity? No, I think 6 is the smallest quantity, so 6, 8, 10 and 12. So it should be 60. While fighting in a creature bank, am I actually completely mad? Is it 30? I'm thinking about the sunken ships, and I think they're super easy to do. Usually, like no, it has to be 60. While fighting in a creature bank, war machines have no effect on the battle. This is false, because number 1, your ammo cart actually works in a creature bank. Number 2, the heroes with the first aid actually also have the tent working in the background, and it cannot be destroyed. So, what can you get out of a jetsam? You can get gold and you can get ore. No, not wood, not a rare resource, and not an artifact. Which creature is this? This is a vampire. Well, these are the claws of a vampire, for sure. Can a magic elemental get stuck in a quicksand? I don't remember them walking over quicksand. Like, I think yes. Even though, wait, that would be very interesting. Wait, magic elemental quicksand. But then again, I don't think I've seen any challenge maps where you have to quicksand magic. I think actually no. They should be immune to all magic. They walk over landmines, so they should be able to walk over the quicksand as well. What is the default scenario choice when you go into single player? Arrogance, air supremacy, all for one ascension. Assuming the Hota, it's air supremacy now. It used to be all for one for the base game, arrogance for shadow of death, and air supremacy for Hota. What is the name, nick of the main administrator of the PvP lobby? It is Bara Torch. What is it? Bara Touch? No, it's Bara Torch, I think. Is it Bara Touch? Oh no. No, it's not Torch for sure, it's a Bara Touch without the R. Is it though? No, he's not a Torch. I would have Minecraft references in my head when I see that nickname. It's Bara Touch. Some people never entered the PvP lobby and they're confused about this question. What is the name of the upcoming Hota town? It's June 2025. In case this quiz gets dated. The Bulwark. And I think you spell it with 2 L's. At least that's the name for now. The Bulwark, the one with the snow faction. With the Vori snow elves. This artifact increases the production of which tier of creatures? So this is easy. The legs are for a level 2. The loins are for level 3. The torso is level 4. Hands are level 5 and the head is level 6. It starts from the bottom up. So yeah, the hands should be the level 5 creature. Paralysis makes a creature deal less damage when next retaliating, but how much less? Paralysis makes the creature deal less damage when retaliating. I don't think I've ever noticed this. Wait, you mean like petrifying? Petrifying paralysis? It's the Scorpicore ability, right? But I don't know this one. It shouldn't be too much because the Scorpicores, I think, is gonna be 50% less. No, it should be 25% less, but I don't know if it stacks. I think if they meant petrifying with this question, the correct answer is 50%. I think it's either 25 or 50. I mean, they say paralyzes, so I think it's gonna be like, you know, if I get this one wrong, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna take the 25 option. Which town has the most creatures that can cause a negative effect upon a creature? Color their number, red or yellow. Which town has the most creatures that can cause a negative effect upon a creature? So, I think it's Necropolis, right? Assuming the upgraded and unupgraded creatures are the same. Because they have a zombie. Well, vampires don't actually do that. They can curse and they can age. But then again, Fortress. Wait, Fortress has the flies, the basilisks, the wyverns, so that's also 3. Castle doesn't curse anyone. Rampart, I guess the unicorns can blind. That's about it. Tower, the genies can't debuff the enemy. Who else causes red? Numbers in the enemy. It's not Stronghold. It could be Fortress. Conflicts buff each other up. Cove, perhaps? With the Sea Witches. But that's just one creature. And then... what is Factory? If I know, that's not gonna be it. I think the correct answer for this is going to be Fortress. Because I'm counting the Serpent Flies as one creature. I'm counting the Basilisks, both versions, as 2 creatures. And the Wyvern Monarchs as a 4th creature, right? So that's 4 creatures. Meanwhile, for the... then again, Necropolis could also have... I mean, if do include the mummies, probably no. Wraiths don't actually curse the opponent. Double damage doesn't count. The magic cloud doesn't. I think it has to be Fortress, right? How many effects in game can reduce? I mean, if it asks red or yellow, then technically the Fortress Serpent Flies are dispelling the effect away. The yellow one. I mean, sure, Fortress. If it's Necropolis in the end, I don't really mind. I'm still gonna count my point. If it's not either of these ones, well, too bad, tough luck. How many effects in-game can reduce a creature defense? Disrupting Ray and Sea Witches are counted as the same thing. Effects in the game can reduce defense. So, weakness, Disrupting Ray, Frenzy, that's 3. What else reduces defense? Any of the creature abilities? I think that's just it, this 3. Disrupting Ray, weakness. And what was the third one that I just said? Oh yeah, Frenzy, your own buff can kind of scuff you. What else could reduce creature defense? Yeah, I think it's 3. So, how much faster are you sailing through the favorable winds? I think it's actually a lot. It's like 50%, right? It should be 50% movement cost. I think it's quite a lot. What does a fortune speciality do? Spell always adds +3 luck. The spell adds enough luck so that the creature has +3 luck, or adds 1 extra luck. I think it's 1 extra luck, because fortune gives you 2 luck on expert level, and I think the fortune specialist just gives you like an extra 1 luck on that spell cast, so it's like extra 3 luck. The few times when I accidentally rolled Melody in the tavern have taught me that. If an Olga Turquoise dies while having multiple attacks, charge, a resurrected creature will creep at the charge attacks. I think this is true, because the creatures, if you wait with creatures and they die and you resurrect them, they get to keep their movement. So I think it should be the same for Olga Turquoise. Because yesterday I learned, by playing that map, that if you frenzy them, and somebody is blinded, they will hit all their hits before the frenzy runs out. What creature is this? This is an ice elemental. A tail of an ice elemental. Right? It's not like an oceanid or something from a weird angle. No. How many peasants can you get from a Pandora box in a neutral zone? What kind of a question is that? I think it's 250, right? It depends on the map. What map are we even talking about? I think it should be 250, right? Because they're quantity. This one is a hit or miss. I'll tag 250. I think they're pretty weak. But then again, the tier 1 creatures, I think you can get like only up to like 150 master gremlins. Up to 150 like imps. Yeah, I've never seen like 200 imps. I mean, I don't know what map we're talking about. I'm gonna say 150 because I think the other creatures cap out at 150 for the tier 1s, so it should be consistent among the tiers. While fighting in a pyramid, I kill a few golems and if I come back, I have to fight fewer golems. True. I think in one of my first maps that I played, I failed to clear a pyramid with a hero once, and there were less golems afterwards, so this is true. It's the same for Utopias actually, I think, and for other creature banks. From which of these levels can a hero get the bonus from Library of Enlightenment? 5, 8, and 10. I think it's all of the above, because we will assume that the hero has diplomacy. Wait, actually, hold up. But this is like... If you don't have a diplomacy, you need to be... Wait, with expert it's 4, 6, 8, 10. So you have to be level 10. But... I think all of the above. I'm gonna assume that there is diplomacy at play. And this is not like a, you know, that specific level. How many spells is Troglodyte immune to without artifacts? So he's immune to blind. You can stone him. You can paralyze him. I think it's just 1. So I'm fighting with an army of Minotaurs with +3 morale against an army of bone dragons. Opponent has the spirit of oppression equipped. What morale do Minotaurs have? I think the artifact affects them down to neutral. At least if they have +1, I think it should be neutral. Nonetheless, so I'm gonna say 0. Actually, does the artifact stack with the bow and dragon? That's an interesting one. I think I'm gonna say 0 because wait, but it only prevents positive morale. I think it should be like the artifact triggers first, and then the bow and dragon on top. I'm gonna actually say -1 on this one. This is a very good question. Enjoying the quiz, by the way. So a hobbit can get a lucky strike while fighting on a cursed ground. This is true, I think. Up to how much gold can you get from a Temple of the Sea? I think it's the same as Utopia, 40,000. Which secondary skill is shown below the credits button in the main menu? Is it sorcery? I think it's sorcery, expert sorcery. What is your first hero in the tutorial? It's Lord Hart. I mean, if you mean the tutorial map, it's Lord Hart for sure. I played the tutorial map, I should know this. Landmines created by the tower during the defense do not damage allied creatures. This is true. Yeah, you can walk on your own landmines, it's true. I often do it, I try to bait them into them. What is the maximum amount of obelisks that can be on the map? I think this is a 64. Because I think there were only 64 map puzzle pieces for all of the maps. Yeah, 64, so like 8 per player. I think that makes sense. Choose a correct statement about the hill fort. Tier 1 to 4 creatures are half expensive upgrade. Tier 2 to 5 creatures are as expensive to upgrade. Tier 1 creatures are free and tier 2 to 4 are half expensive. I mean, tier 1 creatures are free. I think tier 5 creatures are also less expensive to upgrade. Is it 2 to 5? Or is it 2 to 4? I think it's 2 to 5. I think the original hill fort was pretty busted. I remember that also, like, playing the castle, you could upgrade the champions using the stable. And then getting a hill fort, you basically got your upgrades super cheap for everything else. Yeah, so I think that the second statement is going to be true. So, expert water walk and boots of levitation do exactly the same thing. I somehow think the boots are worse, but I'm gonna say true. I think the boots are actually worse, but yeah. I think the boots have like some movement penalty on the water itself, but I will still put it as true. So, Trident of Domination, I already answered this one. This is the Hota artifact. Is it though? Yeah, it should be the Trident. Is it Domination or Trident of Dominion? It's the Trident of Domination. How much bonus attack will a dragon have if in an army of Mutier wielding a vial of dragon blood? Plus 10? I mean, I'm not sure if you should put the plus here. It should be plus 10. Because Mutier's specialty gives 5 and the vial of dragon blood gives 5. Unless the specialty was changed. Actually, I think it was changed to like plus 8 or something. So it should be like plus 13 at this point. Was it changed to plus 8 or plus 10? I know that all these specialists got the buff, so apparently you can answer it with Mutier's icon. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, look, we can fix this. I think it's gonna be plus 13. I think the dragons give her specialty should be like plus 8. Actually, was it buffed? I think it was buffed even harder to like plus 10. The vial of dragon blood only, it should be like half as good as Mutier's specialty is. How many victory conditions are there? I'm gonna say 8, but I'm gonna also count them. So, defeat all enemies, defeat enemy hero, capture a town, build an artifact, acquire or build something in the town. Number 5 is gonna be put the grail in the town. Number 6 is going to be acquire an artifact. Then you win if you survive a certain amount of time. There should be 8, right? I don't think there's 10. Oh yeah, and defeat Defeat is actually wait. Defeat a specific monster. Defeat all creatures. I think it's like 10 actually, with the new added ones as well. While we are at it, how many lose conditions are there? There should be. Okay, you ran out of time. Your hero died. Your town died. Your faction died. The enemy captured the town before you did. So it should be something like 6, right? I mean, technically, if we count all the conditions as different ones, so the enemy acquired the artifact before you, the enemy built a grail in the town before you, they built a building in the town. I think it's also 10 in that case. If we count 1 for you and 1 for the opponent, being the same. But this one, if you put them all together, I think it should be like minus for defeat conditions. Yeah, we're gonna say 10. A fairy dragon cannot cast while fighting on a cursed ground. I think this is true. I think they actually do get scuffed, because they count as a spellcaster, so yeah. You can resist landmines. I think this is true. I can totally imagine battle dwarfs walking on a landmine. Have I ever seen them pass through the landmine? I actually think this is false. But then again, if a hero has a super high speciality, it's not a spell you cast on them. It's kind of like a terrain. They also can't resist a quicksand, so I think this is false. If a creature attacks into a fire shield and receives bad lack on the hit, it will receive less damage from the fire shield. This is false. Because I know that the top players are casting even misfortune sometimes on other opponents. If they have the Ogre Fist themselves, I think this damage from the fire shield is the same, and the player who is attacking is simply doing less damage. How much starting gold does AI have when you play on impossible difficulty? I think it's the same as like normal, so like 20, wait, impossible difficulty. I think the AI always starts with 20,000 gold. What is it then? Oh, they don't... They buy another hero for sure in turn 1. On impossible difficulty. It should be between 10 and 20,000. I don't think they get any extras after that. I think on the lower difficulties they actually get more. I think it's 10,000. Because the AI are... then again they buy up to tier 6 creatures. It has to be 20,000. I'm thinking of the Necropolis guy building out the Hall of Darkness for 6,000 and also buying the Dread Knights and buying everything before that. It has to be 20k. But it's like they get more for the end of the turn, right? Like they generate double, so if they have a town hall, instead of getting 1,000 they get 2,000. So yeah, I think it's 10k actually. You don't see them buying too many heroes in the first turn. If I play him at maximum handicap, how much wood would I daily receive if I had 5 sawmills? Maximum handicap, it should be half, so it should be only 5. What is this object? I think this is one of those, like, wait, Warehouse of Gold. I think it has 2 of these in front of the warehouse itself for the 2 carts, right? Because I've never seen just a casual minecart with gold. It has to be part of something bigger, and that something bigger is the Warehouse of Gold for sure. Or am I crazy? Is this like a decoration? I think it has to be part of the Warehouse of Gold. The cheat NVC1 combines the functionality of which 3 cheats apart from flight. I don't know any of the other cheats. I'll be... Okay, the construct gives you the buildings in the town. I think it's Nebuchadnezzar. I think also the... I don't know the cheats. I think it was Nebuchadnezzar Trinity and there is no spoon. We'll have to check out the cheats afterwards. I know it gives the angels, without the flight, it gives the angels, reveals the map. I think actually the white rabbit reveals the map. Wait, no, I don't know which cheat reveals the map, so... And one of them gives the angels. I think the white rabbit is the one that gives the angels, the matrix is the one that reveals the map, and Nebuchadnezzar was the... function of... well, and infinite movement points, I guess. How many spell pairs cancel each other? Curse and Bless cancel each other. What else cancels each other? Well, technically the spell, but no, that's not a pair. I think Sorrow and Mirth do not cancel each other. Fortune and Misfortune also shouldn't cancel each other, right? So yeah, that's... Haste and Slow is another one. So Haste and Slow, and Bless and Curse. And yeah, then I think the two mind spells that will actually cancel each other out, so I'm gonna say it's 2. So, this is going to be my submission. Let's see what I got right and what I got wrong. And why is there a text here? We will Google Translate it. What did the quizmaker mean by this? Your response has been recorded, but in Czech language. That's very interesting indeed. So, and let us view the score. So, how many things did I get wrong? My score is 43. So my score, my score is less than the friend of Darity. Damn it, I failed horribly. I've gotten only 43 out of 100 points, but we'll see, maybe we can confiscate some points back afterwards. So, what did I get correct and what did I get incorrect? So, Curse. Lighthouse provides 500 movement points instead of 600. I knew it was good, I knew it was better than the stables, even before the nerf. Actually, it would make sense if it would be the same as the stables before the nerf, right? Or was it 400 and then down to 300? And what is this spicy campaign music? Okay, we'll just adjust that. So, I'm fine with that one. 500 is also very respectable. A creature can have negative defense. How do you achieve this, though? I would like some explanation, though. Negative defense? Well, okay. What exactly does Expert Disguise do? This was correct? Okay, wait. We can skip the correct ones. So, correct answers: victory and defeat. Victory, Magog survives and the opponent dies, and defeat, the opponent survives and the Magog dies. Oh, so it doesn't, like it doesn't go through all the tiles, it just, when it reaches one of the conditions first. It depends on the position, but one creature always survives. Okay, well now. The first option is the basics. Oh, there are actually comments here. How do you achieve the negative defense, though? Well, I guess we'll never know. There's only 12. Okay, so there's only 12 one-way monoliths and 25 two-way ones. Yep, that's what I thought. Two-way monoliths, especially with the water ones now being more prevalent than ever. What creature has the biggest height if you put them together? Phoenix. This is the correct answer. So, blocks positive and negative morale. It does not block negative morale. Oh, yeah, you can still have negative morale on the Curse the Ground, for sure. Can the spell remove all quicksand? It can't remove it from the dunes terrain. Okay, that's an interesting one. Only 60 mana. Mana Vial can give you only 60 mana maximum. Surely you can edit that more in the map editor. 3. So sharpshooters have a unique border compared to the rest of the creatures. How many share the border? So sharpshooters, satyrs, and leprechauns share the same unique. Is it the border? Like the border or the background? Perhaps I misunderstood the question, but now we know. We'll have to check those units next time I play. Sharpshooter, satyrs, and leprechauns. So, what creature has the cheapest creature building? Goblin. Goblin building only costing 200 gold. Is it 200? I thought it's 400 for some reason, but it's also super cheap compared together with the imps. Well, I did say goblin in one of my guesses here. Spellpowder hero, Slayer. All but Slayer are mine spells. That one was easy. How many taverns are required for you to see the income? 5. Lighthouse is mine. Red dragon breath attacks you. Peasant is the lowest score. Prison and hero camp work exactly the same. How many rides can there be in the set? 50, so it's only 10 per stack. Is it really like 4? 4, 6, 8, and 10? 4 is the smallest stack, right? So you would be fighting like 20, 30, 40, and 50, I suppose. Yeah, 60, I don't remember ever seeing 60, so... I thought that this is... The ships are super easy to do. And 60 shouldn't be that hard, but I guess it's 50, so... While fighting in a creature by ammo card, this provides unlimited shots despite not being there. Now also the first aid tent. So golden ore from a jetsam, this is a vampire. Can magic elementals get stuck in quicksand? Yes. Really? They can get stuck in quicksand? I guess in that special terrain. What was that special terrain called? Hold up, we had it in one of the answers. Wait, where was it? Where was that question? Dunes. Okay, Dunes is the special terrain. So vampire. Air supremacy is the first one. It is Baratorch. Oh no, it is actually Baratorch, not Baratoch. Alexander. If you actually know the guy's name, you also get a point. That's a pretty funky bulwark with one L. Is it though? I will. It is 3. Bulwark. Damn it! It's so spelled with one L. And we actually, well, there's some information about the creatures already. That's pretty spicy. Somebody got some leaks apparently in the wiki page. Alright. Bulwark with one L. We'll have to remember when the town will be here. I will have no right in misspelling it, but now I do actually have. And that's this artifact I knew. Paralyzes makes the creature deal 75 next retaliating. That's actually crazy. I didn't know that. I never attack a creature that is paralyzed. Perhaps I should. Which town has the most creatures that can cause negative impact? Both Necropolis and Fortress have 3. Flies, Bastards, more Zombies, Black Dragon, Black Knights, and Ghost Dragon. So Fortress is the correct answer. Necropolis is also the correct answer. That's spicy. How many effects in the game can reduce a creature's defense? 5. Disrupting Ray, Zombie, Frenzy, Rust Dragon, and Cracked Ice Terrain. Oh, Cracked Ice Terrain. And Rust Dragon. Oh yeah, Rust Dragon, of course. 66% movement on the favorable winds. Spell always adds +3 luck. Really, Fortune always adds +3 luck if you are a specialist in that. Olgor Turquoise will keep their attacks. This is an ice elemental. You get 150 peasants from a neutral zone. False. The guards in the pyramid replenish. Really? Because I know for some creature banks they do not replenish. But apparently the pyramid just spawns new golems. From which one of these bonus library enlightenment? All of the above. With expert diplomacy you can get bonus from level 4. Well, that's fine. How many spells is Troglodyte immune to without artifacts? 3. Blind, Destroy Undead, and Animate Dead. Why would you... What? What is wrong with you? Why would you cast Destroy Undead and Animate? I'm gonna disqualify that question. Well, what do you mean? Technically every unit that isn't undead is immune to Destroy Undead and Animate Dead. How can he be immune to something that he is not a part of? I'm counting my point here. That's not cool at all. And 0 here is the correct answer. So the Spirit of Oppression overrides everything else, I guess. Hobbits cannot get lucky on the cursed ground. The maximum gold you can get is 30,000. So actually this Temple of the Seas is cheaper than the Dragon Utopias. Which secondary skill is the credits? Oh, it's not sorcery, it's scholar. Oh, okay, well now. I thought it was... Actually, sorcery was for high score, wasn't it? Lord Heart for the tutorial landmines, but it do not damage magic creatures. 48 obelisks is the maximum. Wait, it's a statement about Hill Fort. Tier 4 creatures are 75% as expensive to upgrade. Huh? Yeah, they're cheaper to upgrade. Oh, but it's not half for all the creatures, right? It's only half for the level 2 and 3 creatures. Level 4 and 5 get the reduced cost. Expert Water Walk have the same. It's the Trident of Dominion, not the Trident of Domination. Damn it. Well, this one... I thought it's Trident of Domination. Well, but I guess Dominion. I got the Mutair question correct after the recent update. The specialty does actually give you +10, and the Dragon Blood Vial gives you +5. So, how many victory conditions are there? 14. Standard, Artifact, Resources, Creature. Oh yeah, all the creature dwellings. Town upgrade, Grail, kill all monsters, kill a hero. Kill a monster, capture a town, flag all dwellings, flag mines, transport artifact, and time. And only 4 victory conditions for the enemy. Standard, lose town, lose hero, or time. Well, technically the AI can do all of these. I'm not too sad about losing a point here, because technically the AI can do all these things before you do them, and then you still lose, but that's kind of like you ran out of time. Fairy dragons cannot cast while on a cursed ground. Even magic arrows, surprisingly. You can resist landmines. That's... I've never seen dwarfs just casually walk over them. But then again, magic alleys. I think the magic alleys do walk over them. In the town defense, at least. How much AI? Impossible, 10,000. Maximum handicapped 7 is not 50% for the sawmills. That's crazy. Gold mine. Is this really part of a gold mine? I never check it. Actually, now that you say it, I completely see it in my mind. The cheat NVC, the one combines the functionality of which 3 cheats. It's the Matrix Trinity was the one that I was missing. And then, how many spells cancel each other? 3. Slow Haste, Cure, Bless, and Berserk Hypnotize? Really? Berserk and Hypnotize cancel each other? I didn't know that. That's mad. We'll have to check this interaction out. Curse, Bless, and Haste and Slow. I knew that one. So, that was the quiz. I very quickly... Well, I guess I can very quickly go through the comments, indeed, to see if there is some more content to be found here. I did enjoy this quiz. So some of these, I started reading the comments and I was like, I'll rather do this in its own stream. So some of those are weirdly worded, like which creature is the highest in combat? What does that even mean? Is there a creature that smokes weed in combat? Doesn't filling this send information to you? Yeah, my email address got compromised now, look. That's quite sad. Like the answers and the email address used, I feel like you could have used something else to make the quiz in order to not have to share email address like that. Well, I think it's fine if you use another email. It's kind of standard for the you know, Google spreadsheets to use or Google quizzes to use the email. So I'm pretty sure this is a kid. Better to hear from us than better to hear it from us than the denizens of Reddit. Intention was what is the highest creature. Well, I guess I'll read the comments afterwards, but let's check maybe the results. So impossible quiz results. Hey, got about 200 respondents for the quiz and wanted to share some results. Thanks to everyone who participated. Sorry for some mistakes and confusion, which was hopefully resolved. Now let's go ahead with some statistics. Lowest score is 0 points, average score is 21 points, and the highest score is 73 points. Well, me with my 43 points, doubly above the average, which is fine. Hardest question, how many victory conditions are there? Only 3 people got that one correctly. Well, let's see if only 4 people got that correctly now. Hold up. 3 conditions. 10. Oh no, 14. Yeah, I didn't get that one correct either. But to be fair, this you would only know either by guessing or by working with the map editor a lot. Easiest question, which dragon is displayed when you win a map? 145 correct answers. Not very surprisingly here. Most surprising to me, choose the correct statement about the hill fort. Only 15 correct answers, but seems like not many people know how the old hill fort works. Well, the wording is a bit confusing there. The number of people using capital letters despite being told not to, infinity. Well, that's sad. The quiz is here and the sheet of results is here. Let's see if we can actually, well, oh, that's pretty interesting. We can actually see the results here. No say. That's pretty funny. Actually, we can check at the other people's results. I submitted this one on like today, so it should be on the very bottom of the page. Yeah, look, here's my answer. I'm the only one to take it to this day. So somebody got a good score. Where was the best score recorded? Interestingly enough, well, somebody cheated afterwards. Death Ripple. What are these people? Destroy and Dead. Pendant of Holy. These are some fantastic answers some people have provided. I guess we can check them afterwards on my own. If you have a question about specific question or result, feel free to ask. Well, and the answer is not one because you capitalized one word. Few people fell victim to that. But yeah, this was the Impossible Heroes 3 quiz. Not impossible, but very difficult. So yeah, did you beat my final score of 43 points? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you with a map like maybe in an hour or so. There is a small interesting map that I want to play today, and yeah, see you like in a bit in that case. This is it for the quiz. Hopefully there's something else that is interesting. Hopefully the stream was interesting to you. I like these little divergences, it keeps things fresh, also for me. So yeah, let's stop the banger tunes, and let's also end the stream. And yeah, see you all in a bit, like in an hour or so, hopefully.